Welcome to Friendly Math 101. Today's lesson is over the Pythagorean Theorem. The Pythagorean Theorem states in a right triangle that a squared plus b squared will always equal c squared. So if you have a right triangle, this is always true, or if this is true, you have a right triangle, so it goes both ways. The one thing to notice here is that the c is always going to be the hypotenuse. It's always going to be the side across from the right angle. So c, or whatever you're equal to, always has to be the hypotenuse. The a and b don't matter. They can be either side. So let's move on to an example. Here we're asked to find x. So let's go ahead and label our triangle A, B, and C. Remember, C is always across from the right angle, so this is actually going to be your C value. Again, A and B don't matter after that, so I'll just label that A and that B. So let's set up our equation. It's going to be A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Then we can go ahead and square these two terms. 7 squared is 49. 24 squared is 576. Then we can add those together. After this, we want to take the square root of both sides. Since x is squared here, we want to undo that by taking the square root. We get x equals 25. That is our answer. Okay, and then a next example. This one states to find the missing side. So again, we want to label our sides A, B, and C. Remember, C always has to be the side across from the right angle, so this is going to be my C. A and B don't matter, so I'll just label them like that. Okay, so since we don't have a variable for our missing side, I'm just going to call it A. You can call it x if you want to, it doesn't matter. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Then we can actually square these numbers. So a squared plus 121 equals 15 squared, which is 225. And we're solving for a. So I'm going to subtract 121 from both sides. 225 minus 121 is 104. And then we want to take the square root of both sides. Now the square root of 104 is not a perfect square. When I don't have a perfect square, I want to build a factor tree to try and reduce the radical. So I'm going to put 104 here and build a factor tree. So the first thing I know, I can divide by 2. I get 52. Divide that by 2. I get 2 and 26. There I have 2 and 13. So I'm going to go ahead and circle my pairs. Okay, so I have one pair of 2's, and then this is what's left over. So I'm going to take one of the pairs out. So it's going to be A equals 2. That's from this pair. Whatever's left, I'm going to multiply together, and that's going to stay underneath the square root. So 2 square root of 26 would be my answer there. Thank you for watching, and for more math tutorials, please subscribe to our channel, Friendly Math 101.